Greetings, my movie ghouls. Welcome back to another Halloween countdown, 31 Days of Horror. I'm Nate, the ultimate movie geek, and I'm joined once again by Powell, Mrs. Movie Geek.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi, hi. We're getting close now. It's almost Halloween. Not that we'll be doing anything because everything's closed down and locked down.
Yeah, we've done the house. We'll put some sweeties out for the kids in bags that have antibacterialized.
Sweeties. I'll probably make them. Anyway, tonight we watched the 2010 film Devil, written by M. Night Shyamalan. Directed by John Eric Dowdle and starring, who's it starring? Chris Messina, Logan Marshall Green, and others. I can't remember.
If you watch The Newsroom, it's Jane Fonda's son, he's the detective.
Yes.
That's
The Newsroom's
son,
isn't it? Yeah. And it follows a group of people who are locked in an elevator. I think it's like near the 21st floor, and they're stuck. They can't get out. They're on camera. They can be seen by the security guys. No one can get in. No one can get out. And there's something in there with them that keeps picking them off, one by one. Gruesome things happening. I lost that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'll cut that. Let's keep on going. So, what did you think of the film, Powell?
I enjoyed this. I've only watched it once before, and I remember enjoying it. And we put it on last night, and quite often I lose interest, and I didn't last night.
No.
I really enjoyed watching it again. I think it's a really interesting film, and there's just all these random people that come together very differently. They're all at the same building, and it's a huge building with loads of different floors, loads of different companies, and all these people end up in that situation, and there's 5 of them in a lift. And the first guy, who's the most annoying guy, he gets killed off straight away. But I found it quite a clever film, and I can't remember seeing anything like this before. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't other films that are set in a lift, but I haven't. Yeah, it was like set in one place, and then the police are called in because there was a suicide from a higher floor, like a really high floor. And they were trying to figure out because
where it came from.
He was outside a 2-story building, and the detective was really switched on. And he was like, no, he's landed on the van, and the van's rolled. So they kind of wander around, find this huge building.
Which is numbered 333.
Yeah.
Well.
And then they sort of quite quickly find glass, and you think that they're going to get killed because more falls out. But it's really clever. He then gets called in. Well, he answers the call because he's outside,
he's right next to it.
That reason that this body was found on top of the van. And then while these 5 people are stuck in the lift, they start freaking out a bit, and then one of them, the lights keep going out, and she looks like she's been bit, and they can talk, so security can talk to them, they can see the lift, and they can talk, but they can't hear what they're saying. Back. So they can tell somebody's been assaulted. So they said, we're going to have to ring the police. So obviously something's gone on. The detective who's outside dealing with a suicide from the same building answers, he's like, well, I'm right outside, I'll do it. And he very quickly realises something's amiss. It's a really interesting film. One of the security guards is really religious. I would say he's Hispanic. And he tells a story.
He's narrating it as well, because he's saying that it's a story that his grandmother told him about the devil, and how the devil will do this thing every so often, and it's like a devil's meet, where it brings a load of people together to just kill them, really. And that's what this turns out to be. And he's quite switched on too, because he notices that when the video camera flickers, there's like a face looking out at them.
And he even prays over.
Prays over the tannoy.
He's trying to protect them. And even by their points, I mean, some of the ways that people go in it was really interesting. And like, if you'd have been terrified in that life, because you'd have just been all against each other, and the detective's like, right, don't go near each, stand with your backs to each other and put your hands on the wall.
Right.
He then slowly, when he's seen he starts saying to the guy, security officer, he's like, right, so I can't think of
this theoretical conversation that's not actually happening. What would happen if it was the devil? And it's pretty much.
It's clever.
Yeah. It's what I found quite funny watching it last night. I watched it before. I wasn't really keen on it again. It's another movie where I wasn't keen on it, and I've enjoyed it again. If anyone has played the video game, oh my god, Among Us, right? You haven't played it. I've annoyed you by playing it. Someone in this game is an imposter, and they're killing different people, right? You don't know who it is, and it's a guessing game and playing. This is what this film reminded me of.
Yeah.
They're all in this lift or elevator, and one of them is a murderer, or seems to be a murderer, and they're all like, "You're a bit sus. You're a bit sus. I don't like you." And there's one person who's trying to turn everyone against this other person, and it's quite.
They've all got their own stories
like
as well.
Little mystery.
They've all got their own stories, and there's you can kind of see why they're there. And I don't think we should spoil it because it's a good. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
We won't spoil it
because there's a really overarching plot point.
Yeah.
Which is it's good. It's a really interesting, and it doesn't work out how you think it's going to go.
No, and again, it's a different way of seeing the devil. Like people think that he's there just to, or she's there just to kill, and get rid of everyone. But it doesn't always end up that way, and it's almost like it's a lesson for people as well. And you almost think, is the devil bad, or is the devil here to give balance, to give results? I don't know. It's interesting.
I did enjoy it, and I have to say a couple of times when the lights were going out in the lift, and you knew something was happening, you could hear the scuffling, and if I was in that lift, I'd have been screaming blue murder. They've urged me on the 80th floor because I'd have been screaming that loud. But there were points when the lights were going off, and I said out loud a couple of times, "What's happening now?"
Scully fell down.
He's getting excited. But I was like, what's happening? So it gets you kind of invested, and it did not scare me, but there were points it made me jump a couple of times. So I'm going to give this.
How many pumpkins from her pumpkin patch?
I'm going to give it an 8. I did. I really enjoyed it.
She gave more than a 7. Wow, that's amazing. I'm probably going to give it. I'm going to give it 7 pumpkins from my pumpkin patch because it's all right. It was supposed to start off like a series of films as well. The Night Chronicles, and this was like part 1, Devil. And I'd like to know where it was supposed to go, what the ideas were, where it was supposed to end up, because it would have been quite interesting having like a little M. Night Shyamalan movie universe like this. I know he did it with Unbreakable and all that, but yeah, you never know. It might. I don't think it will, but I'd like to know.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, watch it and let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow for another film, which I don't know what it is.
You never do.
I never do. We should have made a list, but we didn't. We're just winging it. See you later.
Turn on the lights!
Who are you?